Good morning. Hello everyone. This kid is 40 is back. My name is Yas, and welcome to my journey on Sorare, episode 9. And it's a good episode, guys. Really good episode to share. We will be reviewing Gameweek 294. And also, another big thing is that I am going to share with you some of the changes I've been making. So I made quite a bit of changes, guys. A lot of changes to this to my gallery. I've actually kind of I wouldn't say go to a different strategy. I'm just adapting because I think one big thing there's a few things that is happening right now, I guess, in the world of football. So yeah, and so far the first week, of making those changes, and I'm probably going to be having the best game week of my life. So okay, without further ado, let's go straight into, I guess, brass tracks, brass tracks right now. So yeah, as I said, review of Game Week 294. So Game Week 294 is a very successful one. I am slated, if Opta doesn't screw me up, it should be one rare tier 3, one tier 1, one limited tier 1 from the All-Star League, and one tier 2 from Challenger Europe. So what happened, man? So okay, let's run through the teams that I kind of played for the game week. So we go from the bottom to the start. So this is my underdog team. So it was meant to be really me just trying things out, really. This team, okay, I wouldn't say it was a trading team. It's more of me taking really big risks. So the big risk, of course, and I'm losing quite a bit of money from this guy. So Giacomo Vrioni, he is Juventus. He was from the Juventus, I would say, youth system. He was on loan last year in the Austrian Bundesliga, did very well. But and then this year moved to New England Revolution, which in all honesty has been having quite a bit of an attacking problem. So when I bought him, I had high expectations that he will, kind of do very well in the MLS. No, he hasn't. Plus, he's under 23, so he's not done very well. He hasn't really started for the team. Although they did win this match 3-0, he did not even feature in the match, which was Sasaki. Like I said, I think the previous week he came in, missed a big chance, and I think he hasn't shown. I mean, the manager hasn't shown him a lot of faith right now. So I don't know whether he's going to start. I don't know how he's going to be. So I'm just going to keep him for a bit in the gallery, and then we see how it goes. Chris Bidia was a bit of a budget Challenger Europe option. Didn't do very well. Didn't play actually, so I wouldn't say did well. So he could have been rested or an injury. I'm not sure. I have to go look into it. Yago Pikachu was a player that I have high hopes for. He plays for Shimizu. Shimizu beat FC Tokyo 2-0, which is amazing. But he did not do that well then. But he's played okay though. He did pass the eye test for me. Frederic Alonso from Universitario Chile, is it? What's the name? I always get this club name wrong. Yeah, Universitario, sorry. Against Siciliano. This is really a tough match. They lost 1-0, but he did put up very decent scores AA-wise. So it was okay. But yeah, without the two players not even sure, there was no way for me to win. So I won't waste too much time. This was my under-23 team. Masato Sasaki, man. He made a mistake, but it wasn't really his mistake. He tried to call a defender. He wanted to pass a defender. Defender didn't hear him or something. The ball didn't get to the defender, instead got to a striker, and he conceded very early. They did win the match though, and he did pretty well though. Even with a decisive of 15, he had an all-round score of 20. So if he didn't make that mistake, you'd be talking about a very strong, I would say 50-60 score. But yeah, so didn't do that well. But this guy's for the future. I think he's going to be someone that I'm going to really use for next season also, so it's fine. Carlos Cuesta is one of my new Challenger Europe buys. Fantastic player. He's been really killing it in terms of AA scores. If you look at this SO5 scores right now, as you can see, right, there's really nice AAs, man. He had a 16 the last match, and then he had 31. So and Gang is actually having a very good start to the season. So I'm definitely holding on to him. So Youngwoo, man, oh my god, considered a penalty. Fantastic, still a lot of AA, man. He had roughly about, I think, 10 AA in this match. But yeah, man, I don't know he's not the same guy anymore, guys. He's not the same guy. So Youngwoo is no longer the same dude anymore. So which is kind of sad though, because used to be so good. So his price is tanking also. But I think I'll probably keep him. I see him still playing at K-League for next year. Yang Hyun-jun was a new buy that I got in for Gangwon, but Gangwon did not play well. So Gangwon lost. He did not do any decisives. Didn't get very good AA scores. So and Mao Soya didn't score a goal also in their match. So under 23 was murdered. No chance for anything. My specialist, I had a bit of high hopes for. So I had this Kansalade Sapporo, Sugeno. Did okay, but the thing is, these scores are bugged, so I don't know what his true scores are. So we'll see how it goes. Kasim Adams, once again, still very, very good defender. Against a tough team in Young Boys, managed to keep a clean sheet. Jun Amano, another one of my really bad buys. He has the ability to do very, very well, but he hasn't really started. He hasn't gotten the groove of things. This was a tough opponent, so didn't do very well. Marco Grul, oh man, this guy, one of my big purchases for Challenger Europe. Got an assist, but yeah, I think he did well. But I mean, the rest of the team is pretty shit. So Iluchenko started, but no decisive in a tough match also. Tough loss against Jeju. So this team didn't do any much for me. This was just a throwaway team. I just wanted to put him for training. I knew Yuya's game was postponed because of COVID, so no, didn't get a chance there. And then yeah, the rest all did pretty okay. But this team is slowly getting phased out. I really saw Rim Chang-woo. I'm looking to sell Makalito, and this is going to be part of the changes I'm going to tell you about a bit later. So my Champion Asia team, I had a lot of high hopes, especially when the first I think on Saturday, this guy scored a 99, which was pretty insane. And then but Kim Dae-won did not do well. Harrison Delbridge did not do well. And then Shishaku Nishikawa basically shit the bed. Considered 3 goals in a very surprising loss. So Urara Waits, right, is without Alexander Shaw, which is a defender that I own also, and it really shows how much they miss him. They were unbeaten for 8 matches. I think they conceded just 1 or 2 goals in that unbeaten run, and then 1 match they conceded 3. So I don't know, man. It's pretty scary. But I think, okay, maybe through here, I'm going to basically talk a little bit about my new strategy. So I'm moving out of the Asia, I would say, divisions. Few reasons. Number one, Asia team, the prices are tanking because it's the end of the league. And end of the leagues are ending. Europe is back. There's probably only about 2-3 months left. So any players that I have can get great profit from Asia, I will sell on. So I sold Kim Dae-won for a lot of profit. So I bought Kim Dae-won. When I bought him, it was probably about 30 euros. I sold him. I sold him as part of a trade, but the trade value I got was probably about 120 euros with a couple of Challenger Europe players. So I was pretty happy with that. I sold on Shin Ji-hoo for about a profit of 30 euros. I'm going to keep Santana for a bit. Because personally, I just like him. I love the way he plays. He scored another goal. But as you see, as the week go on, you're going to see me really, converting a lot of my Asia players, especially those that I can get good value on, into mostly Challenger Europe players. And I'll discuss why Challenger Europe. So this was my America team. American team started pretty well though. We had Brain Element with a goal and an assist. Jonathan Osorio had 2 goals. Jacob Glesner surprisingly did not do well. They lost against Cincinnati, although I kind of expected that to happen. Cincinnati is really, really good at home. So they didn't do well. So I didn't get the points I needed, the points I expected from Glesner, but it's okay. Justin Meram, very tough match. The LA FC, probably the most stacked team right now. I expected them to lose. Was hoping that he'll get a decisive because he always comes out with decisive. Okay, his AA wasn't too bad though. He had about a 5-point AA, so that's fine. This guy was a joke. So this match was 0-0 till like the 92nd minute. Timbers, his team scored a penalty, and then on the 100th minute or some shit like that, he conceded a goal. See, if we had that clean sheet, we have gotten the tier 3, but we didn't. So it's fine. Anyway, tier 3 America will not cost too much, will not be worth a lot of value. But I mean, this team is still pretty okay. I'm going to probably use most of this team as we go along. I left Eloy Room out, so I do have some options for America. So I'm continuing using them no matter what. So yeah. Okay, now we go into, I guess, the strategy I was telling you about. So my strategy is now to start to really focus on Challenger Europe. You must be thinking, what's the difference? So there are 2 Europe divisions. We have the Champion Europe, so that's the top 5 leagues, which is the German, the Bundesliga, La Liga, the EPL, the French League, and Italian League, Serie A. So that's Champion Europe. Challenger is everyone else. So you got the Dutch League, you got the Austrian League, you got the you got the Russian League and stuff like that. So I've kind of focused on a few leagues. So I focused on the Austrian League. I focused on the Russian League, and I'm also focused on Turkish League. I have experience in Turkish League last season, but I've started to get into the Austrian League and the Russian League. So I've really focused a lot on the Russian League simply because the Russian League, for a very cheap price of roughly about $7 on my end, I can actually watch every Russian League game on YouTube. So because of that, I've been, doing a lot of research, watching a lot of film, going to websites, trying to identify, some really, really good players. And I managed to find some of them. So I think in Russia, one of the best players that I've kind of found is actually this guy called Christian Noboa. So he's got a 91 pointer for me. This guy is an AA monster. So it's pretty popular. There's a lot of people who actually own him. I know Nepenthes owns, I think a rare or super rare of him. So you can see a lot of green cards. This guy scores more greens than that one. Fantastic. Even when he doesn't score, he usually gets quite insane AAs, especially with good against very not so difficult team. So I'm looking at it's not too bad, right? Spartak might be a bit tougher. Rostov is also okay, but Khimki, Krasnodar, Dynamo, Fakel again, these are going to be easy teams for him. So I'm pretty excited to kind of have him for the next few weeks. But this is one of my best players this week. Another guy that I saw is Maximo Pinko. He is someone that is only coming into fruition this season. Fantastic AA defender though. He's like, I think you would say he's like the Kikuchi or the what's his name? Taniguchi of the J League, right? Where he just racks up a lot of AAs. If you look at the way they play, a lot of passes go through him. If you see some of his scores, it's really insane though. Like, let me go to his match. Just go through it. Okay, sorry guys, there we go. So yeah, if you look at some of it, so he does a lot of triple doubles. I think he's one of very few defenders that actually averages a lot of triple doubles in a game. His possession stats go 51. He's a good interceptor of the ball, win possessions quite a bit, passes more, and then are all accurate passes. So he gets insane possession stats because he's a ball playing defender. So one thing about the Sorare, I would say matrix, right, or the SO5 matrix, a lot of playing defenders, they benefit well from it. So he's definitely a very good ball playing defender. So he scored a 78. So this team, right, and then Thomas Goinger from the Austrian League, LASK, got a goal and an assist. These guys play for the same team. I have no idea. He actually considered a very, very dumb, very, very, very dumb the one goal that he considered. Because of that, he lost the pitch. So because of that, that cost me a tier 1 limited, but a tier 2 in Challenger Europe is really, really good. This guy, Valentin Neserik, he is, historically a very, very good SO5 scorer. Went up against a very, very good Istanbul team. So the Istanbul Besiktas team. So yeah, didn't do that well, but I still think that he will do pretty well. But I think I can really feel a very strong Challenger. This was my all-star rare. This was going to be I would say my threshold team, but the guys that I brought in, oh my god. First and foremost, KJH, man, 2 clean sheets in a row. Unbelievable. Cerezo is up to 3rd in the league right now, and he's on fire, so I'm going to keep him for now. But I think my biggest worry is that I have to swap him for a European goalkeeper soon, and European goalkeepers are so expensive right now. So I'm trying to find the right deal before I go deep into that. But yeah, still about research. This is one purchase that I got to take a lot of time on. I bought this guy called Jens Schweinsteiger for about 90 euros. He is a regular starter. Crazy AAs, man. They conceded 2 goals. But yeah, man, he got the AAs that we needed from him. He got a double-double. A lot of his possession stats was pretty high. A lot of passes out, a lot of accurate passes. So yeah, pretty happy with it. This guy wasn't too bad though. Expecting him to score a little bit more. He's known to have very, very good scores. Did not have the best of matches. Surprising his teammate, his centre-back pairing, the other guy had a little bit more better scores than him, but got him pretty good price, so I'm pretty happy to have him. Michael Bradley, Raptors against attack-wise, they're so good. He got an assist. He assisted Insigne for his, I think, first MLS goal. And then this guy, oh my god, this 33-year-old dude, I think cost me about 100 plus euros only, and he scored 2 goals. He's on fire right now, man. If you look at his scores, right, his SO5 scores are insane, guys, absolutely insane. Look at that, 66, and he's been doing, I think, the last 6 matches, he's had a total of what? I think 8 decisives in 6 matches. So definitely on fire. Hopefully he keeps the one up. And the last but not least, the winning team for me, KJH again in my All-Star. Noel Dusen kind of went through these 2 guys. So these 2 guys, so I've been watching and following CSK Moscow quite a bit. They've actually brought in this guy called Jesus Medina. He's I think Peruvian or Ecuadorian, can't remember. And this guy, Jorge Carrasco. And I tell you, I love the way they play 4-3-3. So this guy is the right wing, this guy is the left wing, and I think they have a very, very good. Which I'm thinking of getting actually their center forward, which is Shalov or something like that. And I tell you, the attacking plays within them was pretty insane. But it didn't start well though. This match was pretty funny because this guy actually considered a penalty in like the first 20 minutes. I'm thinking, oh my god, there goes my game week. Second half, he comes in, scores a penalty, and does 2 assists. Absolutely insane. This guy won the penalty that this guy scored, and then he actually scored a very, very beautiful goal. So this is the team that's getting me the tier 1 guys. So, and tier 1 rewards are fantastic, by the way. There's going to be, the chances of me winning a good reward is pretty. There's going to be goalkeepers from Europe. I'm just hoping that I don't get any Asian players or American players. I'm hoping for Challenger Europe or even Champion Europe players, because then I can either keep them or sell them off for good prices. So yeah, man, that's the game week, guys. As you can see, I think what's really happy is that I've managed to buy a lot of good players from the Champion. A lot of my Champion Europe teams players are doing very, very well. I'm very, very excited. I think I have a pretty good stack right now of. I can kind of run through my gallery right now. If you see, right. So I have about 84 cards, right. Asia cards, I have, let me see, so I only have 29 Asian cards now. I used to have about 40 of them, so I sold them quite a bit. I sold off quite a bit of my Asia cards, and now if you look at my Challenger Europe cards, I think I have about the same really. 27 Challenger Europe cards. So this is definitely the big shift that I'm going for. Doing a lot of research, spending a lot of time on it, I think my advice is to focus on 1 or 2 leagues that you have a lot of, that you can understand, because it's impossible to know a lot of leagues, right? So I think for me, the Russian league, I'm starting to get a good feel of, and also the Austrian Bundesliga. Turkish league, I'm going to check it out for a bit more and see whether I can manage that. If I feel that, the Turkish league is a bit too hard for me to kind of grasp for this season, I'm just going to let it go. Another reason why I'm choosing Russian league, and I think this is where it's actually pretty important. So Sorare, because of the war, Sorare are not minting any more Russia cards at all, right? So what happens is that all these cards have bonuses, right? So when in leagues that are covered by Sorare or Sorare has licenses on, they will mint new season cards. And whenever new season cards come out, their percentage will actually kind of drop out. So for Thomas Goringer, he currently have an 8% bonus. If a new card comes out, he will lose 5%. So he will go down to 3% bonus. And that's one of the big things that we have. Whereas for the Russian league cards, because there's no new cards coming in, Noboa will probably keep the 6%, or Jesus Medina will keep the 8% all the way throughout. And that's the reason why you see a lot of people kind of still putting some emphasis into Russian league. But of course, there's a risk also. One of the biggest risks is that because of the war, Sorare might say, I'm not going to cover the Russian league anymore. And then, that'll be painful though. So yeah, I mean, these are some of the risks, I guess, versus reward that we kind of have to take. And this is my big shift, man. The big shift is just me moving into a different division, and I'm very happy that it's done very well. So I think that's about it. I'm very excited. We're gonna have an awesome reward video, I guess, very soon. Can't wait for that. Actually, I think that will be pretty exciting. So the next video will be the reward video. That will be the reward of I think Gameweek 294. Again, I'm so sorry I haven't been uploading much. I do read all the messages. I do read all the stuff that you guys read on the comments. So continue to comment. Please do give this video a like, share, all that good stuff. And good luck for your next game week and good luck playing Sorare, man. Thank you so much, guys, and peace.